Let's go ahead and get after the lesson today. Today we're going to do Hyperbolas Day 2. There we are. Got a couple off just some notes that I have I want to do for you. I only did two examples in class today, both graphing just to kind of get a grasp on everything. We'll kind of work through it, show you what the graph looks like, and it'll be done. It'll probably take 5-10 minutes at most here. First thing, when you get all our x's and y's together, I don't really like this negative sign there, so I'm going to put my y squareds first. So y squared minus 14y minus x squared minus 18x equals 36. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to complete the square, so I need to take half of this 14y, so half of that, and square it. So half of 14 is 7, squared is 49. I'm going to have to factor out this negative there, so I'm going to put negative 1, and then x squared plus 18x, and then half of 18 is 9. 9 squared is 81, and I got 36. Now we got to be sure that I add in this 49 and this 81. So plus 49 and then minus 81. The reason why it's minus is because I got this negative, and we got to be sure we actually kind of distribute that to add it to both sides. Next step is going to be to combine everything together, factor, do all that stuff. So I got y minus 7 squared minus that 1, and then x plus 9 squared equals 4. And then my last step, I'm going to divide everything by 4. So I get y minus 7 squared over 4 minus x plus 9 squared over 4 equals 1. And that's the equation for a hyperbola, right? It has a minus symbol. It's got two fractions, all that stuff. All right, so my center of my picture is going to be at negative 9 comma 7. My major and minor vertices are going to be 2 above and below, and then 2 left and right. And then my graph is going to be up and down because it's y is first, not because it's got the bigger number, because clearly it doesn't have the bigger number. So yeah, let's see what this looks like. We're going to start by graphing at negative 9, 7. So negative 9 is there, 7 is there. Then I'm going 2 left and right, 2 up and down. You normally would go up and down first because it's y is first, but to be honest, it does not matter since they're both the same number. Then I'm going to draw my asymptotes there that go through the center. That just kind of tells us how wide to make our actual graph of the hyperbola. And the last thing, since up and down, we just graph the up and the down. Alrighty, that's that for this one, and then we're going to jump down. I think it was number 4 on here. Yeah, number 4. Now, here might be a good time for us to pause, kind of write it down, maybe even try doing it, and then maybe you can restart, once you maybe get stuck, something like that. Okay, chance to pause. Cool. So first thing, I get my x's together, so 16x squared minus 32x minus 25y squared plus 100y equals 484. I gotta be sure I get that 484 on the other side. Then I'm going to factor out whatever this number is, wherever this number is, I'm pretty much going to write that on the outside. So x squared minus 2x, going to leave myself some room. Then minus 25, y squared plus 4y, leave myself some room, equals 484. So now I'm going to take half of negative 2, which is negative 1, square it is plus 1. Half of 4 is 2, 2 squared is 4. Then I got to be sure I added whatever I did on the left side to the right side. So 16 times 1 is 16. Negative 25 times 4 is negative 100. So I get 16, and then I factor. This is the hardest part. This is probably the thing that I see most people mess up on. The reason why we do this is that's the shortcut for completing the square. You can factor this. You can say, okay, what times what makes negative 2? Sorry, what times what makes 1 and adds up to negative 2, which is negative 1. That's how I got both of those, blah, blah, blah. Or you can just do the shortcut, which is write your variable without the squared, and then whatever half of this middle term is, that's what you're going to write right there. Okay, so we get equals 400. Last thing we do is divide everything by 400. And so when I did this 16 divided by 400, you can kind of work this two ways. You can get a fraction and reduce, or you can do 400 divided by 16 is 25. And then 400 divided by 25 is 16. Sometimes they flip-flop. Most of the time they will. This time they did. Sometimes they won't. It's whatever. And then last thing, let's go ahead and graph this. I don't have a grid for me, so I'm going to have to draw a really rough sketch here. Our center is going to be at 1 comma negative 2. So I'm going to leave myself a bit of room here. Oh, I see an error I made. When I factor out negative 20, this should be a negative 4y. That's not bad. It doesn't change much. Good thing I caught it before. So this just changes to a minus sign. No biggie. So it's going to be at 1 comma 2. I lied. So it's there. And then it is horizontal, so I need to be going left and right 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I need one more tick mark 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. And then up 4. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. The reason I went up and down 4 is because the square is 16. The reason I went left and right 5 is because the square is 25. And I draw my little box that helps me figure out where the parabola or hyperbola goes. Then I draw my asymptotes. We already determined that it goes horizontal because the x is first, or maybe you figured that out. So then I go in and draw my hyperbola. Boom, 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 and boom. Really bad sketches. You got the idea though. Good luck. See you mañana. Bye-bye.